welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including ATL FM Cape Coast, Might FM Tamale, Bewa Radio Yendi, and Inkligi FM Boli. Get radio, TV and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, Korle Bu Teaching Hospital defends the over 100% hike in dialysis cost, citing the risk of facility closure without increment.
By now, we have had to pay for everything ourselves, and all those things are factored into it. We need to get tax exemptions when we are clearing these items. By now, you have to pay for the import duty and other taxes.
Also details, it says that the removal of tax exemptions and high import duties are responsible for the new charges. We'll tell you the story of a 17-year-old who became disabled after falling on a school staircase.
My class is at the top and it was closing. I separated my house in two parts. One is strong, the other is not. When I was coming down, I accidentally fall on my weak hand.
And in business, government sets new dates to reach a deal with bilateral creditors and Eurobond holders on restructuring of external debts. And later, chairperson of the Electoral Commission raises concerns about scores of minors found in the limited voter registration exercise, with 5 days left to end the process.
Anybody who is a registered voter can challenge anybody who is considered to be a minor, and I believe that citizens are taking advantage of that.
These are more coming up shortly. Please stay. In our first story, the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital says it will be forced to shut down its dialysis unit if it does not increase the cost of dialysis treatment from the current 380 cedis to 765 cedis. Head of Public Relations Mustafa Salifu says the removal of tax exemptions and high import duties are responsible for the new charges. We'll hear from him shortly, but first, in a video that has gone viral, one of the protesters who spoke to Maxwell Agbagba at the occupied Jolobi House demonstration at the weekend said she was protesting for a better healthcare system. Maxwell Agbagba has more in this report.
It is afternoon. Thousands of young Ghanaians have partially shut down the capital after blocking the main road with their protest. The sun has now disappeared from the sky. As it starts to get dark, the crowd becomes agitated, demanding the removal of barricades so they can demonstrate in front of the Jubilee House.
And he died. He died. 24-year-old. He died. Not because of sickness.
One of the protesters, Nasiba, is charging at the policemen here. Her reason? A 24-year-old man died the morning before the protest.
I'm very angry.
What's your story?
I am very angry. I'm more angrier this morning. People are dying each day. The dialysis machine in Korle Bu Gospel. Do you know the number of people who died? A 24-year-old boy died this morning. His father is a teacher. His father is a teacher. Gave over 30 years of his life to the service. Could not afford transplants. Could not afford dialysis. 400 cedis a week. What do you mean?
And you heard an angry protester speaking to Maxwell Agbagba, while Public Relations Officer at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, Mustafa Salifu, says the hospital will be forced to shut down its dialysis unit if it does not increase the cost of dialysis treatment.
Some of the variables were actually being taken care of by the state. But now we have had to pay for everything ourselves, and all those things are factored into it. Now, we used to clear these items. We used to get tax exemptions when we are clearing these items. But now you have to pay for the import duty and other taxes that are related to it. If we still want to run as we used to do previously, it means, I think, my brother, in the next couple of weeks or several days down the line, we'll have to shut down the unit.
You heard Mustafa Salifo, Public Relations Officer at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. Now a 17-year-old boy with a physical disability, Jeremiah Kwame Bedu Jr., has been missing out on education for 2 years because he slipped down his school staircase. The school, Adabaka Presby JHS, is not disability friendly. There's more on this report.
It's a Monday morning and 17-year-old physically challenged Jeremiah is seeing his siblings off to school. This has become Jeremiah's daily routine since dropping out of school about 2 years ago. He loved school and never missed class despite his predicament. But that excitement ebbed away when he slipped from the first floor of his class and injured himself. The incident took him away from the classroom for a long time.
I was in school last year, about second term. Then I stopped going to school because of my injury. My class is at the top and it was closing. I separated my house in two parts. One is strong, the other is not. When I was coming down, I accidentally fall on my weak hand and I have some blood flowing inside that hand. That is why I can't go to school now.
With his hands swollen, coupled with his disability, the school building, which has been a second home to Jeremiah, has become inaccessible for him and other students with physical disabilities.
And with less than a week to end the limited voter registration exercise, the Electoral Commission has revealed that there have been several complaints about illegal registration of minors in some areas. The EC started the limited voter registration exercise on September 12, seeking to register persons who have turned 18 years old. Now, Chairperson of the EC, Jean Mensah, tells Joy News comprehensive measures are in place to put an end to this practice.
We've received information of some incidents of having minors attempt to register. The good news is that we have what we call the challenge forms, and anybody who is a registered voter can challenge anybody who is considered to be a minor, and I believe that citizens are taking advantage of that. On a daily basis, we receive the statistics coming from the district offices, and then you see the number of challenged, cases as well.
Jean Mensah is EC chairperson. Now the National Democratic Congress is undertaking a series of actions to force the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Philip Addison, to resign. The minority has begun conducting town hall meetings to rally citizens for its Occupy BOG demonstration on October 3. Speaking at one of such events at Bese in Accra on Tuesday, MP for Ningo Pram Sam George said the protest is to start a series of actions to get the governor out.
This is the beginning of the end of the Bank of Ghana under Dr. Edison. This is the beginning of the end of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia dictatorship. This marks the death knell of this draconian, irresponsible, reckless, and insensitive government. The fact that today a liter of fuel is almost the cost of a gallon of fuel under John Mahama is as a result of the poor management of this Bank of Ghana governor and his people. And look, we owe it as representatives of the people. I owe it to the people of Ningo Pram who voted for me to ensure that I hold the Bank of Ghana to deliver better services.
And that was Sam George, Pram MP. As the National Science and Maths Quiz marks its 30th year milestone, the competition has extended a special pass to 7 private schools, giving them the chance to shine on its grand stage. Among the early contenders in the preliminary rounds are prestigious institutions like Wesley Girls Senior High School and St. Peter's Senior High School. Get ready for an electrifying showdown as these schools vie for supremacy in this year's preliminary stage. Michael Ashale has more on the following report.
The concept of the contest started in 1993 after the founder of Primetime noticed how a bird perched on an electric wire without getting electrocuted. One question led to another, and soon after, there were more answers than questions.
Presby boys.
1.
Simple.
After 30 years, the NSMQ remains arguably the biggest event on the educational calendar, and this year, it's back bigger and better than ever. To commemorate their 30th anniversary, Primetime Limited is introducing a number of innovative measures, including but not limited to the inclusion of some private schools to feature in the competition. Nana Equia Mensah-Bonsu is MD of Primetime Limited.
So the unseeded regional champions are getting a wild card entry into the 1/8. We also have 7 private schools joining in.
117 schools will face each other in 39 contests at the preliminary stage. The likes of Achimota School, St. Thomas Aquinas, Wesley Girls Senior High School, Holy Child Senior High School, and St. Peter Senior High School.
Michael Ashale with that report, and on that note, we end this morning's bulletin. In our top story, Korle Bu Teaching Hospital defends the over 100% hike in dialysis cost, citing the risk of facility closure without the increment. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.